both of them at the same damn time. Ow. I ain't got no glass. I'm gonna go get you one, cause hell no. I know you. I know you.
Mm-mm.
It might be a coffee mug.
A coffee mug. Hey, y'all.
Hey, what it is, ho? Oh, what's up? What's up? Can a player get in them guts? Reese, thank you so much for tuning in. Jesus Beard. Nice to see you guys.
Hey.
Hello. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to us. Know it's been a couple weeks since we came back and was like, we back! And then we left again. But we back!
Look, we always come back like a bad ex.
Ooh. I'm so sorry to anybody that offended.
Sorry.
Like me.
Oh.
I'm just playing. Hey y'all, thank y'all so much for those of you that are tuning in to us. Welcome to another episode of What's in Your Cup. I am Ty.
Brett.
And tonight we are talking about like, when is your done like truly done? Cause I done been done and ain't really been done. You know what I mean? Like, so when do you get to the point where, you know, personal experience, situation don't really matter. When is your done? Like, when do you get to the point where, okay, look y'all, the leader that is on deck right next to the fifth.
Well, I have a fifth too, guys.
The fifth. But you know, like when is your done really done? When do you get to a point where, you know, you feel like you don't tolerate or can't take a situation anymore? Ain't no right or wrong answer, because it's all up to you. Only you. Sorry, I ain't that strong. Only you know what I'm saying, can prevent forest fires. So when do you get to the point where, like, you know, you just absolutely fed up with a situation? Is it because somebody cheated? Because we all say that we'll be done after a person done cheated, but to be for real, that's not always it either.
True.
We'll say that we done because a person had a baby, and that's not always it either. Because everybody got different circumstances, you know what I'm saying, that's surrounding the situation. And that's why you got to be careful warranting your friends' advice, because nobody knows what they'll truly do in a situation until they're in a situation. That don't mean that your friend advice ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? Still take it for what it is. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you're the only person that knows when you're truly done with a situation. So what is your done? Like for me,
I should probably go put on my spectacles.
Spectacles. All right. So once best friend come back, we'll get into that. Ashley, don't put the eyes at me. I know I was supposed to be by there and I still ain't came by there. Just don't pay me no never mind, because I'll tell you why when I do come by there, why I haven't been by there. You okay?
Girl, lip gloss try to go down my throat.
I ain't even gonna say what I was just thinking.
There we go. I can see.
Ashley, don't be laughing at me. I still love you. Just for everybody on here to know, Ashley Taylor, that right there, that's my baby.
Hey,
My face. I didn't mean to look like that, so sorry if y'all got it. Oh, shoot. But no. In all honesty, like, what's your done? What's the thing? Because we all look at situations where our friends have been involved in something. Or our advice was asked up on something. And you took it. Hey, Britt, that's Ashley. She said, hey, we here for the interracial people. What's up, cuzzo? Hey! We all for the interracial. Like then that's all real. Big congratulations. I'm going to say this while you on the live, cuzzo. I appreciate you coming in with us. Of course, I was there for it. I seen it, whatever the case may be, but I'm still going to shout out to the world. Congratulations to my cousin and his wife on their marriage, on their baby. He is so handsome and he long as hell. That's a long baby. So he gonna be tall as hell. But congratulations to you, Jordan and Sydney both. I love y'all deeply, truly do. But no, like, so the thing is that we're talking about is, what is your done? Some people will be like, oh my God, he put his hands on me, I never. And the second that somebody's okay or ready to tolerate something like that, we ready to talk about them for it until you end up in a situation. Like for me, personally, I have an issue creating boundaries, and that's because everybody fucking grown. So I'm not going to tell you what you're supposed to do when you in long as hell. I'm not going to tell you what you should do in a relationship with me because you're grown. I want you to do whatever it is you feel like. You give a person enough rope, they'll hang themselves. So I want you to do whatever it is you feel like. And if I feel like that's not my cutoff, it's just not my cutoff. That don't mean come over here and just disrespect the fuck out of me. That don't mean just come over here and think I'm going to accept or tolerate any bullshit until the day that I'm done with it. But what I am saying is, when is your done? When do you get to a point, once the trust goes, the relationship is over for me, that's my done? I agree with that. And the reason why is just because once that part has been destroyed, like, I was recently talking to a friend about a situation, and she like, well, it can be rebuilt. And it's just like, but how? How do you rebuild trust? Because there's a certain vulnerability that is there with that. Mm-hmm. If I'm going to rebuild the trust, that means that whatever it is that you did, I'm expecting you not to do it again, and I'm erasing it to a point where I'm not allowed to bring it back up, or I'm not allowed to dwell on it or think about it or whatever. And at human nature, that's a hard thing to do. Not saying it can't be done, because it can. I've been in relationships where trust was broken, and I still continued on with those relationships. But it never was the same. Kanye West got a song on his Yeezus album. Feel how you want to feel about Kanye. I personally think that the man is fucking genius. But like I said, feel how you want to feel about Kanye. He has a song on that album that's called I Thought About Killing You. And in that song, he pretty much says, where in the fuck? I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. It's a cat. And we got the door open, of course, because the liquor flowing, but...
Not anymore. Because he ain't gonna come up here and tear up shit.
Y'all go here. Get the fuck out.
He was at the door like...
Let me in, nigga.
He's straight.
I know you like that.
You can tell by them rounds. That motherfucker need some milk. I don't got it. No. Y'all know we always gotta throw that element of crazy in there, but that threw me off.
What the fuck just happened? Okay, Lord.
If y'all catch us doing like this, or it's just a little bit of a sauna, not much, but goddamn.
Lights on everywhere.
Never heard that song. I gotta check it out. Oh, please do. Please do check it out. So like in the very beginning, he has a bit of a poem, spoken word that he does. But it's a real thing. Because the thing is, what he's saying in that song is, if I thought about killing myself, you best believe I thought about killing you. I love me way more than I love you. So with that being said, you best believe I motherfucking thought about killing you today. And that thought I'm talking about was like a little bit deeper than a thought, and that might be scary, but it's just the places that the human mind goes when it's offended, when it's confused, when it's turmoiled. You know what I mean? Like when it doesn't know what to do and how to do, because everything that was your normal at the time, same way with me for cheating. That's one of my things where depending on the on the context, not the complex, but the complexity of it too. Mm-hmm. The complexity of it too. But here I go. Tron. First off, Tron, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to us. But don't start with that Christian Mingle shit, because I ain't been on a dating site in a long time. What's going on? Nothing too much. We are talking about the idea of when you are over a situation, when you feel like something no longer works for you, when you feel like you can't get past this situation. Ghetto Boys have a song called Dirty Bitch. That's kind of the same, but on a ridiculous side. All right, Matt, we gave you one. You gave us one. I'm gonna go check that out. Yep. And that's being for real, not just because we're on the live. I'm gonna go check that out because I like music that makes me think or that makes me wonder. But anyway, back to what we were discussing. Like, when does it get to a point where you just feel like, you know what, I can't take this no more? Because I know that some people, including myself, that have been cheated on, like, actually took it there, not just a message, not just a conversation, but actually took it there, and I didn't leave the situation at the time. I tried to stick it out. I tried to make it work and turn around. Something else come up. So now it's a string of events. So do you wait till it's a series of events, or do you take that first thing as a red flag? Which one is the right or wrong way to go about that? Because everybody tell you don't ignore red flags, and that's true. Don't ignore red flags. But some people can make a mistake, understand it's their mistake, and fix it. Mm-hmm. And correct it, depending on how you served that justice, so to speak. So what is it to the point, like, when does it get to the point where, you know what, I can't take this no more? And I will say, as women, I personally think that I can only speak from the perspective of a woman. That's all I am. And I don't want to be anything other than. Period. But speaking from that perspective, we can tolerate that a lot more than y'all can as men. Y'all don't really take it how we take it. Mm-hmm. And it's supposed to be okay, too. Y'all supposed to be able to do, no disrespect, because it's only some of y'all, so I'm not speaking to every man. But what I'm saying is, y'all will, y'all will cheat. We'll catch wind of it. And then it'll be like, oh, but baby, please, baby, please, baby, please, goddamn, baby, please. And we'll just be like, okay, well, the motherfucker said please. But let us come and be like, I mean, but it was just one time. And he barely put the head in. You a hoe? You know you a hoe. Yep. But straight up, why is that the case? Why does that get flipped back on me that way to where you can't tolerate it or can't handle it? But I was supposed to be strong enough to understand why you did X, Y, and Z. Oh, we was in a bad place. Or I didn't mean for it to happen, but this happened, and so boom, bow, bang.
Ego. The ego hurt.
And that's literally it. But why do you think we don't have an ego? Why can't women have an ego?
We do. We just have egos in regards to others, different situations.
Right. Like my household.
Yes. Or children, or more feminine duties.
You know what I mean? But yeah. It's just the truth. Like, me personally, like, I gotta know your extent to your cheating. I ain't gonna say the first time is the last time, and I ain't gonna say the first time is the only time that I'm gonna just be like, okay, this is my cutoff, and this is what I can't do. I gotta know the extent, the parameters around the idea of it, and how long we've been in this situation. Because time is a factor too. You don't, now, a couple months, and a motherfucker's already doing fuck shit. like okay, them some red flags big enough for me to decide, okay, I'm not gonna deal, I can't deal. Mm-hmm. But years in the game, and then I find out I can't necessarily say what I would do. And that, for that reason, is why when my friends come to me about advice on a situation, I never try to tell them what to do. Ever. Especially when it comes to a marriage. And it's not because I'm not married. We got to get rid of the idea that because a person doesn't have kids, that they don't understand what to do in terms of having kids. And we have to get rid of the idea that just because a person is not married doesn't mean that they can't have an opinion towards a marriage. Like me, I'm both. I'm not married and I don't have kids. Do I want them? Yes. Trying. Hey, B. But I do got enough sense to know what I feel like should happen in a situation. But I also have enough sense to understand that I can't tell you what to do because I ain't been in it. I can give you my best advice, my most sound advice. Cheating for me is more about respect than the act for either party. Time is a huge factor, and if you guys have made actual moves to show each other exclusivity, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that 110%. Cheating is one of those things like everybody swear up and down that they'll leave for. But if that was the case, it'd be a world full of single people and no relationships. Mm-hmm. And that, I mean, in my opinion, tell me if I'm wrong. That's what we here for. We can be corrected. We ain't here to just solely give advice and can't take none. It's all a learning experience from what we give to y'all and what y'all give to us.
Yep.
This is really all just a conversation.
Yep. I was gonna chime in and say, I think my deading it is repeated cycles of the same thing over and over and it's just like, okay, I'm tired of riding this ride. I want to go ride something else.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm done. I
already
already know what happens. So,
but it's one of those things like, back to what you were saying, Michael, it's one of those things where like time play a factor into everything. If you think about a job, and don't get me wrong, no, a relationship is not like a job where you make money, so to speak, but it's still like a job because you do have to tend to it every day. Mm-hmm. Man, if you got everything you want, ain't no cheating. I don't agree with that. Now you're gonna make this conversation juicy. Because I don't agree with that. I know a lot of people. Let me think of how to word this real quick. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. So I know a lot of people that are involved in relationships or situations where they've been cheated on and they had it all. They gave it all. And that whole idea, like when Cat Williams came out with a joke, and that's one thing I hate about certain things that hit mainstream, is because everybody take that one idea, that one thought, and run off with it. When Cat Williams came out and was like, oh, niggas ain't shit, so find out what's wrong with your ain't shit pussy. That's okay. Let me say a lot without saying too much.
That's BS.
That ain't the motherfucking problem.
Yeah.
That's not it. If you got everything you want, ain't no cheating. That's not true. I don't agree with that.
It depends on how you. Okay, so the way I look at that, the way he's saying it is, or this is how I'm interpreting it. Mm-hmm. I feel like, because somebody's giving you everything, like in a relationship, your boyfriend is giving everything that you want, you know, everything that you could look for. But if you don't see that value in yourself, you're going to continue to search for it no matter what it is. So it may seem that, you know, I done gave this person this, I done gave this person that, they got everything. But if they don't find the value in it,
you know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at that. Hey, cuz.
Yeah. So, you can't be mad at that.
Thank you for tuning in, Jazz. It's not necessarily a question. Just the topic is, you know, what's your done? What makes you be done with a situation to where you can't go back to it? You don't want to rectify it. You don't want to try to make things any different. You're just saying, you know what? I can't take this no more. So I'm done. I don't agree with Tron on that one. It's no different than rich people being extremely unhappy, even though they have all the materialistic. I'll agree with that. Mm-hmm. I'll agree with that. Blade Brown. I can't see the picture. Is that Jamar? Blade Brown.
I don't know, but hey.
Hey, yeah. If you got everything, sister, come on, everything. Listen, everybody not prepared for everything. Everybody don't know how to take care of everything. So when a person comes showing you everything that you were looking for, everything that you thought you wanted in a woman, that's the same with people that hit the lottery for $50 million and broke as fuck today. They did not know how to handle it. Mm-hmm. They got something, they gave something, they took something, whatever the case may be, and they turn around and they broke as fuck. First strike your ass out. But what's the first strike though? What's the first strike? What is it to just be like, because okay, cheating, that's a given. People feel like, oh, if you had to step outside of here, kind of based on what Tron and Mike was both saying, y'all loving using the government. Love y'all. Hold on. Blade, I'm gonna need you to explain what you mean y'all loving using the government. Cause please explain that. When I realize they are done trying, if you can't at least, if you can't try at least want to show growth or improvement, we'll never progress. I need my goals to be attained. You did. Okay, Jazz, I agree with that. And I completely understand that because that's the thing about relationships. You're going to find bullshit in everybody. It's up to you and your situation personally. The things that you need from a person, the things that you want from a person, the things you expect from a person and what you give out, those all determine what you are willing to stay in. You got to know the person that you're dealing with to begin with. You got to know, was you listening to them initial conversations or was you just trying to fuck? Can we agree, though, ladies, that more often than not, ladies cheat emotionally and men cheat for whatever? Okay.
I can see there's some truth in that.
I will agree with you on that. And the reason why is because I've been a woman that stayed in a relationship although I knew I still wasn't in it. But I stayed in it because I didn't know how to let it go. I never cheated emotionally or mentally or physically. I never cheated, but I still was cheating because I wasn't giving you 110% of me. If that makes any sense. Well, Ty, what makes you happy? What makes me happy is me being able to be who I am. That's that. Bottom line, me being able to be who I am. Who I am ain't a hoe, but I have a whole lot of fun. The thing that makes me happy is knowing that, you know what I'm saying, I can allow my person to be the grown man that they are. My person can allow me to be the grown woman that I am, but we both have enough consideration and respect for each other to where we have parameters around what the fuck it is that make us happy with what we doing. I don't ever want to be in a relationship that I feel like I have to cheat on a man. If I feel like I have to cheat on you, I don't want to be with you. And that's that. If I feel like I have to cheat on you, I'm not with you.
Yeah.
What you need, like Michael just went back to, if I feel like I have to cheat on you mentally and emotionally, I'm not with you. That laugh though. Hey, don't pay attention to my laugh. It's because it's a little weird, kind of like my voice. Hey man, real shit. But that's just being real. I'm sorry.
Amen. I meant there should be no reason for a strike when you in love. Put that shit out in the open. The truth hurts. Just walk away.
True.
Yeah.
The only thing that you owe somebody when you're in a relationship with them is the truth. You don't owe them anything else. If you don't want to speak to their love language, don't. But you owe them the truth as to why. You owe them the truth as to let it go if you feel like you're not there in that situation no more. That is one thing, back to what Mike was saying, that's one thing that women lack doing. I will say that. We don't right off give the truth because we still trying to analyze and assess. We still trying to figure out what it is that we're feeling. So before I come to you and tell you I ain't in love with you no more, I have to be sure of that and make sure that it's not just one of my days. I read, when I was 19, I was going to Millikan and I had a professor, Professor Crow. She gave us an excerpt to read from the book and it was called Women Are Like Waves, Men Are Like Rubber Bands. I don't know if that was the title of the book or the chapter. But she gave us that excerpt to read, and it's just because it's true. Women, we go like this all day long. Today I'm in love, today not so much because fuck him, but I really love him but no, because that was just wrong. But I really want to try to make it work. But men are like rubber bands, elasticity. You have a center point. If you hold a rubber band like this, you have a center point. You have a point where that rubber band took and stretched from. And that rubber band gonna stretch as much as that elasticity allow before it do one of two things. Break or retract. One of them two. Amen. Thank y'all for the input. It's Mar, by the way. That's who I thought. I said, I'm like, is that Jamar? Thank you so much for tuning in, Jamar. We greatly appreciate it. But it is one of those things, you know, where we get to the point where as women, the reason why they say that we cheat emotionally is because we start seeking out sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah.
We start seeking out other conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole, hey, big head, that's where that come into play at. And it's only because, you know what I'm saying, we warrant, what's the word? Attention.
I was going to say emotional attention.
Yeah, attention.
Attention.
To where you're not giving it to me, and it's not necessarily that I want to leave you, because if I did, I would just do that. It ain't about the gold digging. And if it is, you was already dealing with the wrong bitch to begin with, and exit yourself here like a Goosebumps book. Choose.
I miss them books.
What? Especially the ones where you can choose, like, do you want to run off or do you want to stay here? If you stay here, go to page 56. If you want to run off.
We got you, Mar.
Y'all got to start tagging me in these. Yes, sir.
We got
yes,
you.
sir. We'll do. Okay. I thought I had seen something else. But it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a real woman. Now, I'm not going to tell you that this works for every woman, because it doesn't. You have to know your woman that you're dealing with, or you as a woman have to know yourself and what you are dealing with. But for me personally, if I got to the point where I'm ready to cheat, we already broke up.
Yep.
And it's just because I can't, I have a thing about multiples. I don't want to be on the Maury show. And that'll be the one motherfucking time that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go over here and do this real quick because he did this real quick. Women are all about the get back. Women aren't necessarily like, when we do stuff to y'all, it's because it's either been done to us or we feel like that's the only way that we can display it. So
grab your attention.
That's it. So if I done already got to the point where I'm ready to cheat on you, you best believe I'm out that relationship. And it's up to you whether you was listening or not. That's what I mean by done, because everybody don't be done at the same time. So if I come to you and I tell you, listen, I don't want to do this no more. It was wrong. It was this. It was that. But then you come talking good and you try to convince me and try to sway me. Ty, you cheat. No, I don't cheat. That's just being real. I mean, not being funny, not trying to make myself look good because I'm on camera. I done told y'all a lot of shit on camera that don't make me necessarily look good. But as long as it's the truth, I don't give a fuck. But you should set limits for yourself. That's exactly it. Those boundaries have to be self-pertained boundaries. It cannot be about the us. It has to be about me. When it comes to how much is too much, because even if a man or woman may try to do better, the cheating one will always be too weak to do what they need to stop because of your forgiveness. So 2 wrongs make a right. No, 2 wrongs don't make a right. And Michael, I agree with you 110% with what you said. That's what I wanted to get to what we wanted to get to in the idea of speaking on, speaking on when is your done? Like, what makes you done? And the reason why is because it's about a self-boundary. You know what you will tolerate and what you will not. You know what you take as disrespect and what you do not. At the end of the day, no matter how good a person come talking, if you still feel like right here, that shit is not working for me,
that's it.
It ain't gonna work for you. So let it go and leave it alone. Okay, cool. I have no problem with that. But what is the point that makes you realize I can't take it no more? What I wanted to know was the boundaries that people have set for themselves. Ty, you got kids. I got step kids. I ain't got no kids though. Nothing that came up out there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? On some, and all these motherfuckers I done raised. Oh, my Nicki Minaj, all you bitches is my sons. You know what I'm saying? I just had to do that because Tron on his Tron shit. So I had to say that. But just, you know what I'm saying, just being real. If it done got to a point where you feel like you need to cheat, why not discuss that with the person and let it go?
They getting it going, but
I'm just like, God damn.
Sorry, y'all. I got Insecure playing on the
And Shorty on the side, like, yeah.
I love Insecure. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm mad. I can't go get that. Oh, shoot. But no, being real, like, whether it's woman, male, whatever the case may, women, males, whatever the case may be, what are your boundaries that you have set for yourself that you feel like, you know what, this is my line and this where I don't tolerate it no more, regardless of the situation, regardless of how much time been played into it. Ty, what's the question? Yes, I got stepkids. That's what I said. Trying. But what gets to the point where, like, with your own personal boundaries, do you have them set? Let's start there. Do you have personal boundaries set? Yeah. I want to see somebody comment their personal boundaries. Like, do you have them there? Do you have a place where it's just like, you know what? No matter who you are, no matter how much time been invested, no matter whatever the case may be, this is it for me and I cannot do it. Do you have those boundaries set? If you don't, you're not wrong. We're not here to call you stupid. We human just like you are.
We done all been stupid.
What? I'm sorry, you a stupid owl. You a stupid. Like that was, I've been there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the God's honest truth. But time, growth, realization is what made me recognize that, okay, enough is enough. Y'all want to hear a story? Yeah. Oh, okay. Did nobody say nothing?
They wait for you to tell the story.
Hey, Ty be fine sometimes like now. Trying. Thank you. I appreciate it. Stupid ass. But no, being for real. So I was in a relationship. This was over 10 years ago. I was young. I mean, because, you know, I'm only 19 right now. Mm-hmm. Multiply by and subtract divide that. And you got on the way to 32. But what I'm saying is, I was 18, turning 19. It was my birthday. And this has nothing to do with being stupid or you're not being able to pay attention or whatever the case may be. Amen, real spill. I be saying this and Donna fuck out because I've also been there. Looking good, y'all. Thank you so much, Treva. Appreciate it. But just being real, I was 19 and I had a man that I was in a relationship with. I was absolutely in love. But there were a lot of red flags that I seen. A lot of things that I knew, but I didn't know how to go about them because I had not yet set any boundaries for myself. I didn't know what I wouldn't tolerate because I didn't have to tolerate anything. I was 19. So the relationship I had before that was the only relationship I had ever been in. I was in a 10th grade, 11th grade when I met him. So, and that was my first boyfriend. I ain't kiss, hug, fuck, nothing. But he cheated on me. And he ain't just regular cheat on me. He picked a female up in my car. My car. Vroom, vroom. Who got the keys to the Jeep? That's my shit. My car. And brought her back to the house that I was home, fucked up, gone. But he brought her back to that house. And he took her upstairs and he fucked her. That's how you been through a lot with the wrong dudes. I have been through a lot with the wrong dudes. I also have been through a lot with the right dudes too. Some of those dudes were going through a lot with the wrong person. If it don't align up with you, it's always going to be the wrong things, the wrong people, all of that. So, regular cheat, or there's levels. But no, I'm only telling that not to tell my business. I'm an open book anyway, so I don't feel ashamed. And like I said, it was over 10 years ago. I've learned and evolved a lot since then. But at the time, when that happened, I didn't know how to take it. I thought it was because of what I was doing wrong. It had nothing to do with what I was doing wrong. It had everything to do with who that person was. And that's what you can't control. You can control you. So I don't care if you cooking, cleaning, laying it down, taking care of the kids, make sure everybody got a bath and dinner on the table by motherfucking 7 o'clock. It doesn't matter. If that person is not regarding you in that same light, it will never matter. Regardless of what your love language is, regardless of what a person has learned about you, whatever the case may be, it'll never matter. Now, I took that situation and made it a catalyst for me. I decided then what I'll tolerate and what I won't. But surprisingly, boom, that situation never happened. However, other situations did come up to where it was like, ooh, I said that if somebody did this, that I wouldn't tolerate this again. But they ain't doing this, they doing that. And now I have to decide
if that's still how I feel.
Is that the wrong thing or the right thing?
I was going to say that earlier. Even when people have boundaries, you never know the situation that you're in will make you bend a little bit.
That's it.
You don't know because every situation is not going to be the same. Sometimes you have to analyze and figure out what fits best, I guess.
Yeah. And
for that scenario.
But the reason why I agree with that is because then it becomes one of those things where it's like you can bend because we human.
Mm-hmm.
Long as it don't break you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then how are you steel or are you plastic? How much can you bend before some shit goes snap?
That's gonna be
and
you.
then that little snap of the plastic shit in your eye and then you got the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like what's I know people who say, no, wait. Back to Tron. No, if you want to be with somebody, they do everything to make it work. On some grown shit, Tron, yeah. Yes. But everybody not grown ain't about no age. You can't look at a person and be like, oh, you 31, you should know better. No. That don't always go that way. I know people who say they is motherfucking getting
I know.
in.
I've seen this scene before and it's funny because the stuff that she's saying is funny. Sorry, y'all.
I know people who say they love somebody, but if you ask what they love about them, you get. And that's the truth. Because the thing is, first off, the reason why you gonna get that is because you can't love nobody till you love your fucking self. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what you love about you, if you don't know what makes you you, and if you're not comfortable with what you love that makes you you, you always gonna deal with bullshit. Always. Because you don't know what parameters, what boundaries to set for the next person, because you don't even know within yourself what it is that is okay and what's not okay. You can't raise grown people. That's exactly it. It don't matter the age. It don't matter the circumstances. Mm-hmm. If you don't feel like that is working for you, it just doesn't.
Yeah. You're
not wrong for that. I know what I know. Hold on, wait. I know what I know, love, about y'all.
You know what you
love what you know
us?
You love about us, or about you know what you know about love.
Yeah.
And what works for you. You're not wrong and you're not stupid. Like, and that's why I never look at my friends and just be like, oh, you with him again and he just did X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. I never do that. Never do that. Because the second I finally get with somebody and I'm happy and he turn around and do the same thing that I told my friend she should have never accepted, but I accepted, then what? How do I explain that?
I mean, technically, it still ain't your fault because your friend still got to make her own decision or his own decision. I don't even know.
Oh, thank you, Tron. I appreciate it. We some real motherfuckers. It's just, what it is.
You can't take that personal.
And you can't take that personal. That's the thing, too. With setting boundaries are personal to you, but the person crossing it or the person not adhering to it, you can't take that personal. That has nothing to do with you. Still have your boundaries. That person is just not able to walk along that line. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
But we are stuck in a generation where we so scared to lose people because of the connection. Oh, well, I did this and he said that and I just knew we was going to be together forever. So that's why it's okay that this is 7th time cheating and it's his second baby on you. No, that's not okay. I have a soul that comes straight from the 40s. Oh, so you don't judge me and my bad decisions. Good. I'm going to blow up your inbox tonight. You going outside. You got that yoni pot. The crazy thing is, to me, I didn't get it. So I'm going to just... I'm not glowing because of that, though. I'm glowing because I done took life for what the fuck it is. And I decided what I'm going to take from it and what I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, not being funny. The yoni pot might have had something to do with it. Sit down on the motherfucking pot, y'all, if y'all ain't did it.
Like a 2-year-old. I'm
talking about on the pot. I'm in the pot like, God damn, it's hot in a bitch. But You detox out the bad niggas. Then that's just, but it's real.
Oh my God.
But I mean, even though Tamia is saying what she's saying to be funny, she's saying because it's real.
Yeah.
Get to a point where you start taking care of yourself so much that what the person does outside of you, you understand you have no control, and it was their reasoning for it. Now, don't take that advice if you know good and well you done fucked the person over and constantly did X, Y, Z. That advice is not for you. It's not for you. It's just not. It's true though. And it is true. If you know, like I said, if you know that you know you've been everything you could be to a person, don't take it as a negative that a person wasn't everything that they could be for you. They didn't know how to take you. They didn't know how to handle you. They didn't want the situation, whatever the case may be. You're not wanted by everybody, baby.
Yep.
Be humble enough to understand. Humble, however you pronounce that shit. Be that enough to understand that you don't work for everybody. I don't care. Humble. Yeah, because people be like, humble. Honest. We haven't been here for a while.
Humble.
But it's the truth. Be humble enough. Be real enough within yourself to understand that everything don't work for everybody. So just because it didn't work for that person and it didn't work for y'all in y'all situation don't mean that there was something wrong with you. Be smart enough to recognize whether it was the you or not. Now, if it was you, okay, something might have been wrong and you might need to fix it. But if it wasn't you, take that and keep it the fuck moving. Quit making it about. Some relationships are like a tree. Even though it's supposed to be a single tree, the branches have grown into different directions and can never touch again no matter how hard they try. Mm-hmm. And that's big facts. What you just said, Michael, that was like a very deep analogy. Mm-hmm. I love that, but it's the truth. If you get a tree, when you get a tree from a plant, and it grows, there's going to be branches that take their own route, separate way. Mm-hmm. But it all came from this one base. It's cool. Cool whip. But it's just being real. Tomato. And that's where that come from, because depending on what part of the world you in.
That was our Family Guy.
Cool whip. I mean, I haven't been here for a while. While. Nobody pronounces it while. It's while. While. But it depends on where you at. When I moved to Arizona, no lie, people looked at me crazy because I'm like, okay, well, I just want to know where the pop at. Huh? Bitch, you know what I'm talking about. The pop. Oh, soda. If you could tell me, oh, soda, you knew that shit was pop. You knew what pop was when I said it to you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Different parts of the world, different dialects, different thoughts, different reasons, whatever the case may be. Set boundaries for yourself before you go to your friends, asking them how you should handle a situation. And the only reason why I say that is because if you knew your boundaries to begin with, then you knew how to handle a situation. Mm-hmm. And even if it took the situation for you to recognize your boundaries, set them before you go to other people trying to determine what you're supposed to do with your relationship and your situation. Because everybody will tell you what they would do idealistically. They can't tell you what they would do in that situation because apparently they're not in it. And if they had been in it before and they worked through it, then, okay, I understand you might seek their advice, but still, it's not your situation. So know what you'll do in your situation. Don't know what you'll do for somebody else's liking. I can't tell you how many times I done came to her. It's my best friend, 100 grand. Me and Brittany been rocking since, like, legit diapers. We 32-year-old women now. I ain't quite there yet, but I ain't gonna...
Bitch, you have to whip my shit out there like that.
But we there, I ain't there, but we there. You know what I'm saying? Being real. We're 32-year-old women. So to come, there's times where I'm so embarrassed about the stuff that I've gone through or am dealing with or whatever the case may be. that's the first person I go to.
And vice versa. Don't think just because I don't be explaining all my shit out here, because that's just not who I am. but vice versa.
It's just being real because I know I can come to her and talk to her. I don't have to worry about her. The same motherfucker I came and said, well, best friend, he cheated. I just don't know what to do. Blase lie. When we pull up together at the barbecue, she gonna be like, hey. It ain't no, oh, that's that bitch ass nigga. Like,
no.
That's not how you give advice to your friends. Always remember, you never know what you will do in a situation until you've been presented with it.
And you don't give advice to be, I guess, hurtful.
Right.
That's exactly what I want to say. You don't want to, because you don't know anybody's situation. You don't want to give advice, and then if they do end up getting together or whatever, now you got this, fuck that nigga, fuck him. No, that's not even your energy to be in.
It's not even your energy to be in. Yet you in it.
Yep.
So how the fuck, if it's not your energy to be in, and you in it, how do you give advice on it? Do you know what to give advice on? You just walked into this newfound world like the Chronicles of Narnia in this bitch. I opened up a wardrobe and damn, it's snow, it's a talking lion, it's a motherfucker.
Shit, a whole lot different.
What I'm supposed to do with this? You don't know. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And being in a good relationship ain't about being a yes man and giving people what they want either. Sometimes hurtful criticism is better than false praises, and that's big facts.
Yeah.
And if you mature enough, it ain't no sometimes to that shit.
Yep.
All the time. It's better to be walking in criticism than to be dwelling in false praises.
Yep.
If you ain't got it, shorty, you just don't got it. I get in your head, it feels like, oh, but I be putting this and I be doing because a motherfucker can't never. Yes, a motherfucker can. Somebody can. Regardless if it's the people that's, immediately around you or if it don't matter. Somebody can. Don't ever be so high up on yourself. There's nothing wrong with taking pride in who you are. But don't be so hung up on yourself, so high and mighty within your own mind.
Your ego getting big. Got big ego.
Such a big ego. You stupid. But it's just being real. Don't be so caught up to think that you can't get the same treatment that the next motherfucker can. Because you can. You can.
That gin kicking in.
What? Kicking in? I done did this like 17 times. It's hot as
You ain't
bitch. No, y'all, but on some real, this is the second time that we came back to y'all. In 2 weeks ago is when we first came back. It had been a month and a half, almost 2 months, since we had the last live. Mm-hmm. So we gratefully appreciate y'all consistency. We gratefully appreciate y'all tuning in, commenting, having thoughts, sending topics, whatever the case may be. We just
None.
The look I just had was a drunk look. I'm sorry. I ain't drunk. I just been drinking. But no, on some real, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that we want to leave y'all with is the understanding of how important it is to set boundaries, especially before you enter a relationship, while you're in a relationship. Because don't stop it just to set some boundaries. Don't, you know what I'm saying? That's self-sabotaging. Mm-hmm. Don't do no shit like that. But be smart enough to understand what works for you and what doesn't. And also that every person that enters into your situation is not always meant for a lifetime. Quit trying to make people lifetime people. Some people are just a fucking lesson. I don't care how old you are. Society has made everything about age. If you 30 and you ain't got this, then something wrong. If you 35 and you don't got that, then something wrong. No, the fuck it's not. And I don't say it because I'm there. I say it because it's the truth.
Everybody go at their own paces.
That's it.
We won't.
Don't forget about that song. Oh, Matt, don't worry. Like, real talk.
As
don't
soon
get me
as
wrong.
we get off.
Because I got to go look it up. And it's not just because we on here and it's to appease you or anything like that. But I'm highly interested. I love music. So I'm highly interested in hearing that, especially if you could correlate it to one of my
I was going to say,
favorite
I could
crazy
shut this
ass
one down
songs.
and listen to it on the Bluetooth, but we probably can't have it playing in the background because then they'll be like, copyright.
Cut it all off. No, but being real. Matt, we do thank you for that. And we thank you for tuning in, because that means if you were able to put this, then that means the whole time you've been tuned into this. Whether you said anything or said a whole lot, none of that matters.
Yes.
We gratefully appreciate you taking out the time to hear what we got to say. Because what I do know, I don't know you personally. I don't. But, you know, we gain some perspective from Facebook. And you don't seem like a person to tolerate nonsense. So the fact that you're still here, the fact that you were listening, is not about it being Saturday night and raining, because you can be watching YouTube, Hulu, whatever the case may be, Netflix, anything else, but you watching us. So we gratefully appreciate that.
Yes.
Love y'all, niece and her bestie. Us folks are watching. I love this. Auntie, thank you so much for being the folks that's watching. And I'm going to leave it there. I love you though, girl. Right hand, $100,000. That's real. But we thank y'all so much for tuning in to us. Like we always tell you, we're going to give you our tags before we close out. Like we always tell you, if you have something that's on your mind, something that you want to speak about, my comment was over. Look.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. Give me just a minute. Ooh, is there any coming back after the done stage of the relationship, even in that person? You see growth of major proportions. Let's just say even after 5 years, is there any coming back, or is it still done for you? So, what they're saying is there any coming back after the done stage?
Yeah.
She say yeah. I say I don't know. And the only reason, so I know that we were getting ready to say that we were finished, but I do apologize to, and please, if I'm saying this wrong, I do apologize. Andra Robb. You know who we talking to. And I do apologize because your comment was overlooked. Sorry. I didn't see that. But I will say, like, I think that's a personal thing. Mm-hmm. Because just because your friends tell you that you need to be done, just because society tells you that you need to be done, only you can prevent fucking forest fires. If you don't feel like you are done, I don't care what the next person said. What I will tell you about the next person is, though, if you know you're not done with this situation and you feel like you want to rectify it or change it because years done passed or months done passed or just time done passed or you just thought about it. Even if that's the case, you know when you tired. Don't let nobody make you feel like you should be tired because it's according to their standards.
Yeah.
If you feel like, well, he cheated on me, but it's been time and we both forgive him and move the fuck on. Mm-hmm. Can't nobody, it sounds very cliche, but it's the truth. People that's not paying your bills, people that's not there for you in your darkest time, your darkest hours, and even the people that are there for you in your darkest time, in your darkest hours. If you my true, real friend, no matter what I do, you're going to support me. Quit venting to everybody. Quit going to everybody and saying, well, they just did this. And I get it. At the time, you need somebody to hear you because you can't reason it out in your own mind. But when you are ready to reason out in your own mind and the next person is ready to tell you you stupid, take the stupid and move the fuck on. Be happy. And I don't mean move. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Finish.
I didn't mean move on from the person. I mean move on from the situation. And even if it's with that still person, make that shit work. That's none of their business. Even though you made it their business by going and telling them, now you learning who is truly there for you and who is not. I have a best friend right now today that'll be ready to tell me, ooh, TT, I don't like that. You don't need to do that, blah, blah, blah. But she also has the understanding of knowing I'm going to do what the fuck I want, even if I called you and asked you what I'm supposed to do. And it's just the truth. It doesn't mean things can't be rectified. It don't mean that people don't change. Energy changes every single day. Every single second, every single minute. So you know what it is that allows you to thrive the way that you are, to be the person that you are. Do that. Always. Because you only got one life to live in this lifetime. Do what make you happy in that lifetime. Now, if you being beat on and your kids is in a situation and whatever the case may be, you got other stuff to be looking out for and looking through. So don't take that and run with it in that sense. But be smart enough to know what you can handle.
Yeah.
Because if somebody made you mad today and can make you happy tomorrow,
it is what it is.
Don't worry, don't be happy. Like, and that's just real. What up, Queens?
Hey.
Devin, thank you so much for tuning in. We are getting ready to close this down.
Yep.
We just had to go back and address that because we don't like to leave anybody skipped or, overlooked or anything like that. So I do apologize again, Andra. I'm so sorry. No disrespect.
I think it's Andra.
I think it is Andra. It's pretty the way it goes.
It's a beautiful name.
It is. So thank you so much I appreciate the insight on the topic. Mm-hmm. Bye. But we are getting ready to close down. Just to give y'all our tags really quick. And we mean this. We tell people all the time, if you feel like you want to write into us or got something you want to speak on, we've never been people that just was like, because we have had people that come in and say what they want to speak on or what they need to say, whatever the case may be. We're not here to judge nobody. If that's the case, we wouldn't even be doing this because shit, I should be judging myself. I mean, just being real. We both got personal issues that are going on. We're not here to be perfect. We're not here to act like we have all the answers because we don't. And some of the answers that we get for ourselves and our own situations come from y'all. So this is a collective thing. It's not about just us or just y'all. It's literally about us and y'all. Together. Oh, did y'all hear?
Something just happened.
Huh? What happened? I don't know. Take them glasses off and give me a wink. He want a wink. Come on, boo. Give me a kiss. Hey, if you want to go and take a ride with me, 3 on the back of that your wife. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in to us. We still have not gotten, it's our fault. Nothing to do with y'all. We still have not gotten our YouTube up. So we will get our YouTube channels up. Right now, you can still find us on Facebook as What's in Your Cup with the yellow logo. You can find us on Instagram as _ What's in Your Cup _ all one word, Psychology, SIKEOLOGY 101. You can email us at psychology10119@gmail.com, and that is SIKEOLOGY 10119@gmail.com. You can message us individually. I am Tiny Chantrell on Facebook.
Brittany Jenkins
on Facebook.
Oh shit, excuse me.
Or you can message the
my fault.
Or you can message the page of What's in Your Cup with the yellow logo. Please feel free to send us anything, talk about anything. I don't care if you watch this live a week later and you feel like you want to post something on it. We try our best to get back with y'all. Again, we apologize for the inconsistency, but that's because we, personally have some shit going on. But it's getting back like cook crack. You good. Because you said, woo.
Jen, y'all, my fault.
But thank y'all so much for tuning in. We do pray with this quarantine that y'all, try to keep it safe. Try to be safe.
Mentally.
Keep it smart.
Healthy.
Just because the outside is open don't mean you need to be open to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Be smart about it. Devin about to get whooped. Ain't he?
Oh.
We're going to leave it alone. Oh, shit. Okay, so y'all. It was hilarious.
Uh-oh.
Auntie say you love you. Maybe that's an apology. I don't know. But while I'm aspirating over here, all I'm saying is I love y'all. Be safe. Take your mask. Keep your gloves on, but not the same gloves on.
Keep all the gloves on.
Have a box of them if you're going to
Yeah.
have them on. A man down. Yes, to me, a man down. All right, I love y'all. We love y'all. Be safe. Keep it cute. Keep it classy.
Set them boundaries.
Set them boundaries. And we out.